Hey everyone, it's me, and I'm back with this week's episode of my Best Vintage Life podcast from our new studio / my office.
It's
Hi,
really
Art.
nice. Hi.
It is really nice, comfortable.
Yes, makes the acoustics now have changed. I'm not speaking into a wall.
Yeah,
Instead, I
told
get to
Art we
look
might
at
have to
you and Golden Beauty.
tone it down.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you can see me past her
She is Golden Beauty.
radiant skin. She's naked right now, but I don't know. Okay. Just our usual opening details. If you want to reach out to us via email, it's admin@mybestvintagelifepodcast.com. That's admin@mybestvintagelifepodcast.com. We are on social media, both Instagram and Pinterest. If you follow me on social media, like on Instagram especially, and you're in it for the long haul, just let me know. Send me a message, say hi. I get a lot of follows, and then people are just like looking for a follow back, and then they unfollow you, that bullshit. So if you're in it for the long haul, please say hi, and I'll be sure to follow you back. I'm not one of those people that's like, I won't follow people back. I totally will. Sometimes I don't know who's legitimately interested in, being a participation of the larger conversation about vintage. Don't laugh. And
I feel so sorry for your generation. I really do.
You do?
I do. You have so much to worry about in life in general.
Oh, don't believe me. I'd give anything to not have a cell phone and go back to like being 10 years old.
I'm just
I
saying.
think about it and I want to cry.
If you follow me, I'll follow you. Don't unfollow me.
But these aren't me. Like, these aren't my things. I think that's so stupid.
No, it's society. I didn't say you.
I like an organic approach to social media, so.
Yeah. Getting together around a table, having a few drinks and laughing. That's social media.
Yeah, well, that's the old social media.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Follow along on the website. You can sign up for our Vintage for Business newsletter there. It's www.mybestvintagelifepodcast.com. We are also going to be featuring items for sale that aren't bound by the restrictions of wholesale ordering. We're going to call it wholetail. So it's going to be an average of the wholesale price and the retail price, and that's what you'll pay. You don't need a resale license to buy. It's just going to be one-of-a-kind vintage. I don't know. I think it's a good approach for us and for you, especially if you don't have a resale license or you're an enthusiast. It's especially a good opportunity for you because you will most likely be paying less than what you would pay from someone else. We're going to try to keep it reasonable based on the item. Obviously, it's all very subjective.
Are these lots or are these individual items?
Individual items, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Curated
by
B. B.
Bee's Curation. B. Murawski.
Yeah, B's Pub.
Yeah.
It's a subsidiary of B's Pub conglomerate.
Like
My restaurant empire. Just kidding. And don't forget to rate and review the podcast. Obviously, if you can't support us by being a patron, there are free ways to support us. It just takes a little bit of your time. A rating is giving us 1 through 5 stars. We hope for as many as you're willing to give. And also a review would be lovely. That's even better. Just a few kind words, a nice positive critique, or if you have something negative to say, we ask that you do it in a constructive way. I think my obsession at the moment is this new space. What do you think?
I agree. It's beautiful.
Unless you have a different obsession.
I really don't get obsessed.
It's supposed to be funny.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, there's always bread.
Yeah, Art's obsession at the moment, bread.
Since the time I came out of the womb, I've been going after
Art
bread.
came out of the womb with a
loaf.
French loaf in his arms.
Oh, God, I wish. Oh, steaming hot loaf.
There's this really beautiful children's toy website.
It's a loaf of bread?
That sells both, it's like felted loaves of bread or wooden ones. I personally think the wooden ones look like a hazard.
A scam.
Like I could see some kid picking up and just like chucking it at someone's head, but the felted
biting
ones
into
are beautiful. Well, it's for creative play, which
Yeah.
most children don't get these days.
My favorite thing to do is at like 4:55, if I can get out of here quick enough, go to Save Mart, the grocery store, because it's free if it's not hot at 5 p.m.
Yeah, but why not support a local baker?
Look, you?
No, I don't bake. I hate baking.
Well, who the hell makes bread?
You
You got to get it by 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I guess a lot of those people.
Yeah.
closed for lunch.
Sorry,
Like,
we made 10 loaves. That's it. We're done. Like, what? How many times did that happen when I was trying to support a local baker?
no, it's true. There are some restrictions there, so you do your best.
They restrict themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, you get the bread. You go in the cheese aisle. Get yourself a slab of cheese.
what kind of cheese?
Oh, just whatever you can bite into in the store. But as long as you save the weight sticker. I love
You don't
doing
think
that.
that's a little crass?
Crass? What do you mean?
Walking through the.
You've never done that?
I used to get the free slice when I was a
Free
child.
slice? Who gave free slices?
Scott's Low Cost in Shamokin, Pennsylvania.
Shamokin. Now I think you're shamokin something.
They would say, "Honey, would you like a slice?" And I'd say, "Yes, please." And sometimes I'd ask for two.
Yeah, try that here. Honey, don't touch that.
Yeah, well, it's because people in California aren't. I shouldn't. No, I'm not going to say.
Nope. See, here you go again.
I'm not going to paint with a broad brush because I hate when other people do that. But
Yeah.
people here aren't as warm.
You don't want all of us to think of all of you guys as cold coffee.
Cold coffee. I just wanted to say one thing. I have had a lot of people reaching out to me on Instagram asking me questions, and the answers are things that I have given many a time on the podcast, and I did post in my stories about it. I didn't mean for it to be bitchy, but listen, Art and I work really hard to give you as much information as we can. Some of the questions I've been getting from like listeners that have been listening for over a year that I'm just shocked that they don't know because it's stuff we've talked about. I said maybe they're just not listening to the podcast, which is kind of...
I don't think they're listening and taking notes.
They're not actively listening. It's like passive listening.
It's enjoying it. It's supposed to be fun.
I know, but just some of it's a little shocking to me. I'm not hurt by it.
Maybe it's us. Maybe we don't explain things well. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not.
Choose your words wisely.
Maybe
anyway,
I'm not.
I did not mean for it to be an angry thing. It's frustrating because you many of you know, Art and I are very busy people.
That's besides the point.
We only have so much time to answer the same questions over and over and over again. So what I've been telling people is, especially if it's a wholesale one, listen to that episode we just did recently about the FAQ because that is so thorough.
So you have an FAQ section, right? Okay.
Well, we just did an FAQ episode. You were a part of that episode.
Yes, I was there. But now in this new space, I feel it's like a new everything.
Oh, new you.
New me, new voice.
Okay.
Hello. You could do the Harry approach. And it's my cousin Harry. Back in
19... guy?
Yeah. The Spinners. He played in a Thanksgiving football game, and he got a really bad concussion. So I was entrusted to take care of him. And he kept repeating 7 or 8 questions the whole time for about a good 6-7 hours. After the first hour, I started writing down the answers. And whenever he'd ask me, I'd say, number 2. He'd ask me a question, I'd say, number 4. And he'd read it because I got tired of repeating it. So maybe you can do the same.
How old was he?
I mean, how old? He was, I don't know, 27, 28, maybe 30. A concussion, you get dazed.
Oh, I missed that. I was going to say, did he have a learning disability?
You're killing me, man. Talk about not listening. See?
I drifted.
You drifted. See? That's well, it happens with our friends listening out there.
Guess.
You can drift, and it's okay. But, just know that you might not get an answer immediately. The point is, if we have a section and we're getting repeated, we can say, refer to episode 3.
No, that's why I've been referring them to the FAQ. And I say, please listen to that. After listening to it, if a question remains unanswered, then reach out to me, and I will get back to you in this amount of time.
How about posting the questions and then the answers with it?
I think I'm going to do an FAQ highlight. Yeah. But I think I actually also have a video highlight of us answering those. So maybe I need to put them into question form. Another thing that I'm a little disappointed about is that Instagram rolled out captions for stories because not everybody listens with their volume on. So when I'm doing like the selfie talk mode, not everybody, some people just browse through that because they're at work or they're baby sleeping or whatever. They don't want the volume up. So now Instagram's doing captions for that, but for some reason, I guess it hasn't rolled out yet to my phone. Other people have it. So that'll be another good thing to have, because if I've ever saying something and someone won't be able to say, well, I didn't have my volume on.
You can read.
You can read it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, unless they're
It's
blind.
so funny
which
how
is
you,
unfortunate.
your teaching background has infiltrated everything you do.
Oh, more than I realized.
Yeah, I've noticed that quite a bit lately.
Well, teaching is a lot of rules and boundaries.
Yeah.
And boundaries I've gotten better at through therapy. And at first it started in my personal life, but now I think I've extended them to the warehouse, and I think you've gotten better.
Just try to keep them into your office.
No.
Just don't let it extend too far out to mine. There's boundaries there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fine. Anyway, where are we?
Silly questions.
Okay, I got our obsession. Yeah. So, no new patrons this week. Womp, womp, womp. But we appreciate all our current patrons, and there are infinite spots available at the $2 and $5 level. So if you want to become one, you can do so through patron.podbean.com/mybestvintagelifepodcast. There's a link in my bio to do that on Instagram. And if you don't catch the link, just Google it. Google Podbean, My Best Vintage Life, and you should be able to figure it out from there. Next week's mini-sode. So basically, if you become a member at the $5 level, you get a personal and or business shout out, a burning question for art, and you get 2 free bonus mini-sodes a month. And this past week, I talked about my estate sale finds. That was a fun little one. And then next week, I'm going to talk about the one vintage item you need to invest in right now. And that will remain a mystery, I guess, until next week. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah. If you want to become a patron, we really appreciate it. If not.
I love that microphone you got with the funds.
Yes. Yes. I wanted to say
really
thank
cool.
you. I did say thank you on Instagram, but in case you don't have Instagram, thank you if you're a patron who, provided a monetary support. I used like $150 it was to get a cell phone microphone that plugs right into the jack of the iPhone. And I think it worked pretty well for last week's bonus mini-sode. I had to record it at my house. So thank you so much for your support. And then I told Art if we get 2 more new patrons, I'm going to buy new microphone stands. Because the ones we have came free with my soundboard. And they're okay, but they're not the best. I'd rather something a little lower. These are just, I don't know, they're wonky. So, okay, ready to start the episode, my friend?
Yes, I am.
So this week we are going to talk about denim and getting outside of your denim comfort zone.
Denim, like specific brand
Well,
or style?
a lot of people like Levi's. You know that. Most of our clients buy exclusively Levi's, so I wanted to talk about that. And I came up with some reasons why I think it's important to get out of your denim comfort zone. The first one is it's easier to source something that not everyone wants.
True.
And you are, as a buyer, as an enthusiast, and as a reseller, if you're into things that other people don't want, then you are at an advantage. That is for sure. Also, every body is different. Not all bodies work with Levi's. I have a really hard time with them. 550s are about all that work for me. As a reseller, it's a great way to stand out. Somebody might come to your booth, your shop, your pop-up and say, hey, wow, I've never seen this brand before. I've only ever seen Levi's. And that makes you memorable, in my opinion.
Oh, I think you're 100% right.
You can offer lower price points. If you have, some non-brand denim that's still good denim, you might be able to, price it out at a lower range, and that opens up to more customers. And the fifth reason I said it just might change your business or your personal wardrobe if you're an enthusiast. People might remember you as, oh, that guy or that girl or whoever had the jeans that I love. They're my favorite jeans. I'm going to go back and see if I can find another pair. Or, the person who has a pair to grab in their closet makes them feel better about themselves, and they want to buy more of that brand so they can continue feeling better about themselves and their body or the way their butt looks in the jeans, whatever it may be. So I think I think there's a lot of positive possibilities when you
But I
expand
think
your denim horizons.
when you expand it, you have to do it actively. And what I mean by that is when someone walks into your shop, booth, you kind of have to take a look at their figure and just analyze them and know your cuts and know your styles. Like you said, Levi's don't look great on everybody. Know that, okay, if she's got this body type or he's got this body type.
You have to do your research.
Yeah, and it's a lot of times it's by being active with the people. You see them when they walk out of the dressing room after fitting, and you see like, this body shape doesn't look good in this. And so you just, you put to memory, and then when someone with that body shape comes in, hey, you know what? I think the Wranglers or the Lees would be better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was excited.
Guess. Do you have brands that you?
Well, so this is an audience participation episode. Last night I posted on Instagram in our feed, what are your favorite vintage denim brands other than Levi's? And I got a lot of, I got 29 responses.
That's great. Was there a consensus number 2?
I mean, it's all over the board. There were a few brands that I didn't even recognize, which is shocking. I'll start from the bottom and work my way up. A big one was Arizona denim.
Oh yeah,
which I wore, and it was funny. I said this to one of our patrons. I growing up thought that was for poor people. I just thought anything I wore was for poor people. But now when we see Arizona come through the floor here, it's pretty decent quality.
It's great quality.
I mean,
Cotton is great.
even 90s poor people clothes were better than the clothes that are made today.
So true.
It's harsh, but it's true. Everything I wore was,
So let's not call it poor people clothes.
Okay, but you have to realize that's what I called
lower
it growing
income
up.
Individuals.
Well, yes, that would be a more politically correct way of
it's
saying
not so
it.
hurtful.
Yeah.
Because I was in that same boat.
I know.
Okay.
I know. But you have to realize that where I grow up, you're poor. Nobody sugarcoats or makes things light and fluffy.
Because everybody's the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess and Calvin. Those were two big ones. I really, I guess if I had to pick between the two, I'd probably say Calvin works really good for me. I feel like if you have curves, I think that they're good. What do you think?
Absolutely. Well, it depends. I like Guess on women, but I think Calvin fits men better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't say much for me.
You're built like a boy.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
Built like I don't know what. I have a very strange body.
Tow truck.
Brick shit house. La bomba.
Oh, man.
What did our UPS driver say? Powder keg.
That's a powder keg right there.
He was a fan of my figure. He showed up one morning and Art wasn't here, so I opened up the door to the warehouse for him, and I was in my riding attire.
That
very
gave
tight
him,
pants.
You gave him material for like a year. Oh, man. Every time he would just make that. Oh, yeah. Good guy.
Good guy. Okay, so you like Guess better on women, Calvin better on men. But, keeping in mind that there's different eras, and they also both make incredible jean jackets as
yeah,
well.
the denim jackets are solid.
Yeah, and Arizona, too. We get some good Arizona denim jackets. So here's one. This is a nice answer. To be honest, I've never been a fan of Levi's either. Not that their quality isn't amazing, but I find they tend to have a more, quote, men's fit, so they rarely ever fit my hips, which is pretty much the same for me, too. Her favorite vintage jeans are Eddie Bauer, Lee, GWG, Bonjour,
GWG,
Jordache, and Bluebells by Wrangler.
GWG is a Canadian company.
Yeah, I was going to say that was one of the weird ones.
That's
not weird.
Great denim.
All right, I don't mean weird.
Obscure.
Where is she? I think she's in Montreal. Yeah, she's in Ontario. Or maybe she's in Montreal. I can't tell. She's Canadian. So I think.
That makes sense.
Don't kill me, Becca. Eddie Bauer, I don't have much experience with.
Heavy denim.
No, I know,
It's good denim.
but I'm just like from my point of view.
It was expensive too.
Yeah, I know. I remember my cousin had like the Eddie Bauer Jeep Cherokee, and that was like, ooh. I remember that being a big deal.
I had an Eddie Bauer Ford Explorer in '94.
Yeah, that was around the time. Maybe that's what it was. I can't remember, but I just remember seeing the store at the mall and being like, that store is not for us. Thou shalt not enter. Lee, I love Lee. I have some Lee shorts. See, you guys have to realize I don't wear jeans as much as I wear shorts. So, Lily. Bonjour.
No, you did not.
Bonjour.
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 Yeah.
I was a Spanish major, so
I know,
you get what you get with the French from me. Yeah. As much as I love French culture, it's not my strong suit in terms of literary.
That was a cool brand. 70s, 80s.
Not literary, linguistical skills. Jordache. I love, who was it, Tiffany that sent me? It had to have been Tiffany, or was it Nicole? Someone, I think it was Tiffany, sent me this. She's a TikTok lady, and she's hilarious. She was listening to a girl say Jordache.
Jordache.
I showed you that. Yeah. And it cut to her, and she was like, you fucking idiot.
It's called Jordache. Nobody said
jeans and they're Jordache. And Bluebells are great.
Wrangler Bluebell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Maverick.
Wrangler, yeah.
Maverick.
Yeah. Yes, Maverick.
How about nobody said Landlubber?
Hang on.
Oh, all right. Because that's my bad.
I don't know if it's Marty or Lupe from BBOs when they're commenting. I never know. So it's he or she said from my era, Guess, and Bugle Boy. I love Bugle Boy stuff.
True.
My brother wore a lot of Bugle Boy. Good quality.
Yeah. I had a pair of Parachute Bugle Boy cargos. They were huge.
I was going to say, you light fires with those.
No, they were cotton. They were just, they probably weighed 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They also added for the best fit for today's young ladies, Bongo. Love me some Bongo and Jordache. My favorite that I feel doesn't get enough credit are Rustlers.
Rustlers.
Rustlers are a reoccurring one, too.
That's made by Wrangler.
Correct. Yeah. But I love Bongo. I had a really great pair of Bongo that I found here that I loved. Like, it made my ass look so good, and then I lost a little weight. And you know when that happens, then it gets like droopy.
Bongo be gone.
Fuck, that was heartbreaking. Those were good. And they were like, you know what? I liked them because they were the perfect length for me. Almost all my jeans end up being raw cut because I have to cut them. Those were a finished cut, and they hit right, just like right above my ankle bone. Lasai.
These were shorts or pants?
Pants.
Oh, Christ. I was like, man, it's some long shorts.
See, you drifted too.
No, because you're like, usually you're talking about shorts. I just love some shorts. I just love me some shorts.
Okay. Here's another one. Been into the dorky dad jeans of times past. Rustler, Sears, JCPenney brands. Fit varies, but I like the vibe. Is the vibe.
Worn in, they look cool, but I've had some dead stock ones, and I'm like, Christ, that's sandpaper.
Yeah.
And when my mom worked at JCPenney here in Fresno, and we'd get those, and I was like, I didn't wear jeans. First time I ever put on a pair of jeans, I was a junior in high school.
I hated jeans.
I was cords because I couldn't. My thighs are so big, I couldn't get into jeans until they came out.
That's why I asked if you were throwing out sparks with those Bugle Boy pants. Man. Our friend Terrence said vintage made in the USA Wranglers are hard to beat.
Oh, yeah. The 13 MWZ.
Which I believe, is that what I told you he's been sourcing? He's stockpiling something.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't remember what it was. Was it the Wranglers? I can't remember.
It's interesting because I got an email and a line message from one of my Japanese clients, and he's asking me for Wranglers.
Ooh, that is a curveball from Japanese.
Yeah, and he's ahead of the game. He's usually ahead of the game, so I love it.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Just a short but sweet answer here. Dickies, Lee, R&R. So I like Dickies. I have Dickies cut into shorts. Yep. R&R I wasn't super familiar with. I did look them up. They're still making denim. It's very modern, but I did see some like vintage pairs. Are you familiar with them? R&R.
R and then an N? Or
lowercase n, uppercase R. Mm-mm. No. Yeah. I had to look them up.
Do you know what that stands for or anything?
No, my brain, when I saw the two R's went to double RL.
Yeah,
that's crazy how like you autocorrect. And I was like, wait, no, R and R. So,
yeah, double RL did make some beautiful jeans.
Oh, absolutely. Nobody said that though. Nobody said double RL. Another short answer, Wrangler Lee Rustler, 90s Calvin, Wranglers,
No HIS?
Arizona jeans, that was the conversation I talked about earlier. Oh, this was Tiffany said Diesel.
Diesel.
That was
Early Diesel. 90s Diesel was solid.
Yeah, she said her stepmom gave her old jeans from when she was Tiffany's age, and believe it or not, they're one of my favorite pairs. Hugs me in all the right places. So, hey, if it works, it works. That's my thing with denim. I do not care about brands. If it makes my butt look good and it's
Is that the number one thing for a girl? The butt fit or the hip fit?
Butt for me, but it's because I have a tricky body. You know, everybody's different. Everybody is different, like I said.
I got that, but what's the most important thing? Or does that also vary as well?
I don't know. Maybe that's a good follow-up question.
Okay.
I can do a little story with that.
Sure. What's the most important thing to you? Is it the way it makes your thighs look or your butt look or your hips?
I don't like looking like I have a flat ass, but that's my personal choice.
The only way that's going to happen is if someone throws me in a compactor. I can't see. Man-made or synthetic material compacting it.
It's unfortunately art gets. I have broken things. I've knocked things over. I've bumped into them. I almost blew out his knee.
I just wish you would watch the movie Robots. And your Aunt Fanny, if anybody's seen it, you know what I'm talking about. She literally knocks shopping carts around by turning.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Have I done that?
You twice. Oh, that's why I say Aunt Fanny's back.
I'm bootyful.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, someone said Jinko, but just for sheer absurdity. And I replied that I think I'd hurt myself if I wore them. Like could you see me tripping over one of the big stove?
Especially the way you walk, yeah.
I'm getting picked on today.
No.
Oh.
I'm gonna take you to the moon, man.
Let's see. Miss Megan says DC all day. 60s, early 70s Wrangler, early 80s Guess. I think everybody is different and needs a different fit. DC, so that was a different one.
Yeah, DC's great, and it's making a huge comeback. I see DC elements all around us.
I see
DC. Hey, buddy, you want to see this music band? It's ICDC.
So you see a comeback there?
Not so much a comeback. I think it's been taken.
I
mean, if you think about what, all the Stan Ray stuff and the colors,
that's
DC
what I was gonna say,
made the most beautiful painter pants.
I feel like they don't get as much love as Stan Ray.
I mean, are they still producing things? Are they still making the colorful painter pants?
Which one?
DC.
I don't think so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they did it, and other people have, the fits are a little bit more wide now than DC's. DC's was a little bit more, narrow, and 70s bodies were different.
Calvin Klein Lee Manager.
That's a typo.
You think?
Yeah.
Manager.
Like
I'm the manager of the store.
Manager.
The hell do you think I was saying?
Well, at first it sounded like Matador. I'm like, eh.
Oh, maybe it's a Spanish brand.
Yeah.
And then Chic.
It's not Chick. Remember I told you?
Yes. Yes. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, that's why we have to educate the youngins.
I actually cut a pair of their jeans, the Chic jeans, into shorts.
How about steel?
And it was not a good look. They were so tight on my thighs. I was like, oh, fuck.
You mean the tourniquet?
It was a very, I won't say. I'll just leave it at that. It was not.
Steel.
Steel what?
Steel jeans. And Stella from the 90s. Have you seen those?
There's so many offbeat brands. I am shocked nobody said, like, Paris Blues or LEI. Some of them did have a little bit of stretch, but they were still pretty good. All right, I'm going to keep going, though. Guess and Calvin, another person for Guess and Calvin. And then this is the last one, Landlubber.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I love.
Seat Gear, Landlubber.
Teddy Smith.
Teddy Smith. Interesting.
And then
Is that the person who asked, or is that a pair of
you
jeans?
speak French, so can you pronounce that one correctly?
Was it chemin de fer?
No,
I can't see your tiny little phone.
it's.
Where? Which one?
I don't want to embarrass myself. You've picked on me enough today. You can't zoom in on comments. It's after Landlubber.
Where's Landlubber?
I wish there were Spanish denim brands. I could kill that all day long. Is that
Nepai.
Nepa?
Yeah.
Nepa?
Nepa.
Okay, so I should have tried.
You should have tried. You're good.
Nepa. Yeah, Landlubber. I had a great Landlubber denim dress. It was like a midi length dress, long sleeve with a snap front, and regret selling that one because it would fit me now. Back then, it would not have. But you know,
When you were working at Urban, didn't I send you one like a jumpsuit overall?
oh, you did, yeah. But that's when I was skinny. That's when I was like too thin.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying anyone's too thin, to this, to that. Like, I have personal boundaries for myself when it comes to weight, and I was probably 115 pounds, and it was just not good. Like Bones Jones. It looked, that was a slamming look, though. Like, that overall, but, yeah, I don't ever want to be there again. I like where I'm at right now with my body. Very content.
Good. As long as you're happy.
As long as you're happy.
That's right.
Happy and healthy. So those are all the answers I have. Yeah, I like Paris Blues, Zana D, Mud and LEI. Those are a little bit of the later 90s.
When it comes to like getting your customers to buy into it, is being knowledgeable of the brands and the era. Don't try to pass
that's
like
anything.
a super.
The best way to sell something is, really wow people and impress people. Now, not everyone needs that to be sold, but you're going to have some.
Well, educate.
Some people
do it
that
in an educating
push them
way.
over the edge.
Yeah.
You want to wow them.
You want to wow them. Like, we recently had somebody come up here who has a couple of stores down south. And I love the fact that she maybe got one pair of Levi's. And then all the other denim was probably 15 to 20 brands. And, so I'm as curious. Me is like, so.
You want to give her a shout out?
You can.
She's been very supportive.
I know. Go ahead.
Brandy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to get a cough button for
Yeah. So go ahead.
Yeah. Brandy has La Loupe Vintage down in San Diego. She has, she says 3, but 2. She also said 2.5 stores in San Diego. So if you're down there, check her out. But what I really like about Brandy is she has a fun aesthetic, and
Absolutely.
she's very open to trying different things.
Yeah.
And she knows her customer well.
She knows her customer really well.
Yeah.
And she likes to try some things, and she knows what she's buying, and then she knows the body types that are coming through. And so she knows, well, I know this cut works, I know that cut works. And
because I asked her about sizing,
Right.
She said, "Oh, now we're gonna start selling like more in like the plus range." But she also has customers because she was buying tiny shorts, and I said, "Well, it's San Diego." I said, "So many people there. People there genuinely like do care about their fitness." I'd say,
and you also get a tourist crowd too,
right? So there's a whole like range, and she
Right.
knew that, and I thought that was good.
Well, from the stuff we had shipped her a couple months ago, she said the only thing that was left were the tiny sizes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we did some shipping to her during the pandemic. We hadn't seen her since like right before when everything was.
Yeah.
I think we saw her and she shut down her store a few days later, she said. So it's nice seeing some people we haven't seen in a while. But
Yeah, especially good, positive people.
yeah, she's a really good example, I'd say, of
Yeah.
what we're kind of suggesting people try. And then if you're an enthusiast, it might not hurt to ask your favorite reseller, like, hey, do you sell these brands? Do you have other brands I could check out? Because that might inspire them to step outside of their comfort zone as well.
Yeah, and you want to, like, the thing that you need to be successful, I think, is being able to differentiate yourself. Let your customers differentiate. Is it your service or your products, or is it your price? And when the perfect combo is a little of each. and, and don't chase the same item as everybody else.
Yeah.
I like the fact that she's not trying to sell the 90s T-shirts, and no, she's cool selling her, surf vibe and sticking with it.
She does like funky little blouses and, Megan's pretty similar in that sense.
Absolutely.
Too. Yeah.
Very much so. In Palm Springs. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a specific customer.
Yeah, she's got her own taste, her own aesthetic. She knows who comes in, and she knows if you come in there, she's going to help you get fit regardless of what the brand is and whatever size you think you are. Megan's going to tell you what size you are. So you're going to walk out of there knowing what size you are.
That's a Melody Note vintage in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
As Megan would say.
She's fun.
Fucking.
Yeah.
Fucking A. Fucking A right.
Yeah, she tries to be mean, but I know she's sweet.
She does not try to be mean.
She tries to be mean to me, but I know she's sweet. She hates that.
Oh, all right. Anything you would like to add, sir?
Get out of your comfort zone. Try some different denim.
Yeah.
Research it. Right now, actually, there are people asking me for low-rise stretch.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this.
And I'm just about to give in and go through my stuff and pull it for them because they're very insistent.
I mean, are they looking for like 98.2? Or are they looking for like...
The boot cut, low-rise stretch.
Like how much stretch?
The 98.2. That was universal for Levi's, but LEI did way more.
Yeah, like 90.10.
Yeah.
Like a 98.2 actually.
I used one of those as for a slingshot one time.
I hate to say it, but I actually sometimes... I have had a few pairs, but then same thing, I lost weight. I had one or two pairs of like black Levi's, not super modern, but it was a 98.2, and the stretch really helped with curves, It's not something I actively seek out, but if I find a pair that fits and they have a little bit of stretch where it's not like obnoxious.
Yeah, 98.2 is cool. Swap meet stretch is no good.
Yeah.
That's like 25, 75.
Like the kind where like after like at noon, like the ass is just like drooping and you have to wash and dry them to get it back.
Doopy drawers.
Doopy drawers. Yeah, I'm not feeling that.
No.
Ugh. Do you think there's any brands we missed?
Oh, absolutely. Paul Jordan.
What's the one?
Chemin de Fer. Giorgio of Beverly Hills used to make denim too.
Marie-Francois Gibaud.
Oh, yeah. Martha Francois Gibaud.
Or is it Marie? I think it's Marie. Marithe.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying with my French. I can do the big brands. I know those. It's just the smaller brands I don't know as well. Gosh.
Carhartt.
Carhartt, yeah.
Carhartt denim.
Carhartt denim is good.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I'm just visualizing Gap. Gap. I love vintage Gap denim.
From that Kansas City score, I still have 1,000 pairs of off-brand stuff we need to go through. We still haven't done that.
Oh.
And the area's finally cleared up.
Nice. Let's do that.
Yeah. And then we can maybe post some pictures so people could see some of these. I guarantee these brands are in there.
I mean, I have right now in my shorts, I have probably about 5 or 6 pairs of shorts total. I think 2 are Gap. One is like a raw cut and one's a fit. No, they're both raw because I had to cut them. They were already shorts, but they weren't a good length for me, so I shortened them a little bit. But yeah, I love old Gap denim. Obviously, if you find it, there's like some weird brands that did denim too. I'm trying to think. We found Nike denim once. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was
Nike.
really good.
Yeah, it was good. Heavy duty.
Polo,
just regular polo. Ralph Lauren made some good ones.
Banana Republic.
Yes.
Old American Eagle.
You know what? I always wanted
Old Abercrombie.
Structure.
Yeah. The list goes on and on, my friend. So I don't know. Get online, do some research, see what excites you. It has to be about you. It can't. I mean, we're giving you suggestions, but at the end of the day, you have to love it and want to own it and be about it.
I think it's better to sell the style and cut than it is the brand.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, that's it for now. If y'all need anything, we're here.
Just so you know, there's going to be a quiz next episode about this episode.
No
So be ready.
No quiz.
The teacher has spoken.
Oh, God.
Boundaries, people.
In the meantime, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, be kind.
Don't be basic.
And don't be basic. Bye.